Why do women seem to always have to ruin multiple relationships and go on some self-discovery journey to figure out things that are common sense? That's fair. Men and women both do that though. But I will say that I was raised by a single mother. So it is the way we are being raised and conditioned. I also looked up the statistics that 40% of the modern day household is single mothers are raising their children. So my mother raised me to think more independently and choose myself over a man, especially if that mother had no help in the household by the man and she's bitter and angry that she didn't get that support. She's going to raise up her daughters to think that we are independent without a man and we don't need any man and we shouldn't prioritize them because they could come in and abuse you. And so I had all these fears. I had all these fears implemented in me when I got married.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all just heard the young lady. Y'all just heard the young lady tell you that she entered her marriage with the thought of, I really don't need a man. I really don't need to put any stock in a man, and I'm an independent woman and I can do it all on my own. Yes, I do have a man, but I'm going to make it clear that I don't need him even when I'm with him. That's basically what she said. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. All of the women out there, were you taught this? Were you trained by your mother, aunt, so forth and so on, about not needing a man, not having a man around, not depending on men? Look, I have 3 daughters, right? And, if you guys know my channel, you know I've been talking about these 3 little girls for the last 10 years, since 2015 when I first started my very first channel. Now it's called Dutch the Creator channel. Y'all can go follow that channel as well. Subscribe to it. It's down in the description box. But at the end of the day, I've always talked about my girls. I do want my girls to be independent. I do want my girls to understand that they are to be self-sufficient, And the way I explain that to them is the end result is to find a suitable man, a man that is worthy of not only your respect, your submission, and you bearing his children. It has to be a man to where he is capable of doing all of these things. It has to be a masculine man. It has to be a man to where we understand what we're going to do. He's going to relinquish certain powers to you to hold down that whole fortress, that hold down that whole operation that y'all got going on as that marriage continues to grow and you guys continue to understand each other. See, they're going to have to understand how to think logically. They're going to have to understand how to be self-sufficient. They're going to have to be independent because it's only going to take their independent mind to discern between Pookie and masculine real man. You see? And that is where we fall short in our culture, people. This is Inside the Culture podcast, need I mind you, and this is, I think, episode 32. But I appreciate you guys coming to the, podcast today, as we will be breaking this down. The thing is, man, you teach your little girl to understand how to discern what type of man to pick, because at the end of the day, that is the most crucial decision that she will ever have in life, is who she chooses to lead her, who she chooses to be her husband or just have a baby with. The thing is, man, these women are out here and they don't know how to choose men. And they will say it's no good men out here. They will say it. They will literally say it. They will go on Facebook. They will go on Twitter. They will go on Instagram. But the thing is, it's not that there is no good men out here. You don't know how to choose them because you wasn't taught to be self-sufficient in the idea of learning how to choose a man. Being independent, meaning I'm going to be an independent woman that can take care of myself until and have a man attracted to that. You see what I'm saying, people? See, I don't want a stupid woman. I don't want a woman who can't comprehend. I don't want a woman that don't have her own mind when I meet her. I don't want a woman to where she is indecisive. I don't want a woman to where she is listening to her mother, listening to her aunt, listening to her sister. I want her to have that independent thought, because that independent thought will think of me, will choose me, and I want her to understand what she wants. You see, but this woman that was talking, they're taught by their mothers to not need a man, period, in the sense of being independent in that way. See, your daddy gonna teach you how to be independent up until you find a leader, until you find a masculine man, a suitable man, a competent man to lead her and his flock. The thing is, it's Jesus, man, woman, and children. Now I'm going to leave y'all with this right here to make you think. The thing about it is, we talk about submission all the time. Submitting. Why women ain't submitting? The thing is, the women don't know how to submit. They don't know what submission is. Submission is just letting your man be a man. It's cooperation. It's letting that man understand that you understand that you're relinquishing leadership to him. And the right man, though, see, when you relinquish leadership to the wrong man, you get the Pookies and Ray Rays of the world, and you're on Facebook talking ish about that guy because you didn't know how to discern who that was. See, the thing is, once you relinquish that man to have control over the leadership, guess what, ladies? I'm going to tell you, it works in your benefit, because that man then relinquish the power to you as making you an top executive in this whole conglomerate that we are building, this business, this family. So you are essentially the movers and shakers of your own enterprise. You see, because the man, he's gone. He's going off doing building things. He's going off creating things. He's going off to make something of himself so he can bring it back to you and you can cultivate that. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, what you're doing is picking and choosing a man to then give power back to you. Now you get to, listen, you guys, you get to make the whole thing what it is. So when he comes back and he see what you did with his $100,000, you multiplied it. See, that's what women do. They multiply it. Y'all remember when Gucci went to jail? Gucci Mane? He said he gave his wife $1 million and he came home to 17 million or something like that. The thing is, you give that man the authority of leadership and he's going to lead the power back to you to handle the children, to handle the household, to handle the finances, to handle everything, to make everything plentiful. That's what I want to leave y'all with. Stop allowing the women to tell our women how they don't need the man, because you do. Because by securing that competent man that understands how to give it right back to you, you are then securing yourself, your children, your well-being, and your future. Y'all go down in the comment section, tell me what you think of this, and on top of that, man, tell me your solutions. Do you think I'm wrong? If you think I'm wrong, let me know. And if you're finding my channel for the very first time, please, it's some videos that just popped up on the screen right now to get you more in depth in this here podcast, Inside the Culture Podcast. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay unplugged from false narratives. I'm out. Peace. Y'all be safe.